stand under the dome inside the Capitol, and you can whisper. Someone stands about 100 feet away from another spot, and they can hear perfectly. Did you see that?
I think so. Did we? We did, yeah. Look at all those American flags.
It's a very windy day in Washington. At the there's the Capitol building down the mall from the Washington Monument. Washington was laid out by a French architect who was trained by the architect of Paris. When the architect of Paris, Haussmann, Admiral Haussmann, what was his name? General Haussmann. And the architect of Washington was a guy named L'Enfant, who was a black man. This was the guy who laid out the streets and the buildings. There's the Lincoln Memorial again. That was the Washington Cathedral. We saw it quickly. There's Mirror Lake.
Where are you?
We're up in the top of the Washington Monument, watching.
I went on there.
The city.
I went on the top of the Washington Monument, wasn't I?
It?
Did I?
Yes, you did.
I liked it.
There is.
A lot.
That was Watergate in the background. That was Watergate, where Nixon had his downfall, the Watergate complex. Jefferson Memorial. Potomac River in the background there. There's the pond, offshoot, sort of a bay off the Potomac, where the Jefferson Memorial and the Lincoln Memorial is right around the corner there.
The White House. It's White House.
No, that's the Jefferson Memorial.
Oh, that's the Jefferson Memorial. Where's the White House?
That's the cathedral. That's the cathedral in the background that we saw before, the Washington Cathedral. That's
the White House.
Right.
It's got a big lawn.
And there's the ellipse in front of it. You see that
Oh,
circle?
neat.
That's called the ellipse.
Why? What is it?
It's shaped like an ellipse. An ellipse is egg-shaped. It's a lawn. It's a lawn in front of the White House.
What do you do there?
It's a holding ground for the tour. Remember when we had to wait in the stands before we went through the White House?
Yeah.
That's where we stayed.
Oh.
And now we're in Arlington Cemetery, and the memorial to John F. Kennedy will be coming up. John F. Kennedy and Bobby Kennedy's graves are in the same area. I think we're looking at JFK's memorial, 1925 to 1968. The eternal flame for John F. Kennedy.
Is it going forever?
He was shot down, assassinated when he was 43 years old.
Does it go on forever?
Well, yeah, the flame, that's the whole purpose of an eternal flame, is it lives forever.
But if somebody blows it out,
You can't blow it out.
can you, like, stamp it out?
No.
Oh, you can't get it out any possible way.
Here's Robert Kennedy.
Robert Kennedy.
That was Bobby Kennedy was 43 years old when he was killed. That's his grave. Very simple. And now we're at the unknown soldier's tomb. They were changing the guard. This is a amphitheater in the Greek style. Troops are from Fort Myers, Virginia. Gordon stayed with an officer friend at Fort Myers during his Fort Lee, Virginia days in 1959. And Steffi went to Fort Lee, Virginia when?
84.
84, she was there.
For basic training. No, for advanced training. 80, yeah.
Unknown soldiers. And they're changing the guards. I went there. I like where they click their heels. They click their shoes together.
What did that sound like?
Click, click.
You know where the soldiers get their education from? Where they get trained?
No.
West Point. Those are West Point's cadets, right? Aren't they?
No, these are actually enlisted men. That usually the officers for this group come from West Point, but these are enlisted men. These are sergeants and privates, and the officers don't walk the guard. The enlisted men do the guard detail. The officers inspect them before they go out, and they come from Fort Myers, Virginia. And there's the Capitol again. Capitol building of the United States of America. Fulke's on the front steps or the back steps? This is the back steps, I think. We went up and took a tour. We took a couple tours through there, didn't we? We went into the chambers where the House of Representatives meet. You know what's on top of the Capitol building?
No.
An Indian.
Why?
Because who were the original citizens of the United States?
Indians. What kind of Indians, though?
All kinds of Indians.
Oh.
Red Indians.
Right. There's the Jefferson Memorial again. We're going to see the Jefferson Memorial. There's Fulke on the steps of what? Of the Capitol again. There's the Capitol. Oh, that is the Jefferson Memorial. I think you're right. It's a beautiful white marble building. Thomas Jefferson. Did we see something about Thomas Jefferson, Jennifer?
Yes.
What?
We saw the memorial.
We went to Monticello, his home in Virginia, near the University of Virginia. And we took a tour through that building. And there's the famous GBF with his SS coat on, looking for spies, flying. He's coming in for a landing. Watch out. Oh my gosh, it was almost a crash landing. Let me see if I can tune that in. Say a few words here.
Junior. There's Dad with his SS coat. Oh, he's got out focus. There's the needle.
He's having the needle on top of his head.
He's having the needle on top of his head.
He's carrying it back there.
Yeah. He's got it on top of his head. It's the Washington needle, right? Yeah. And Mom's putting it in her hand. She's got
strong,
it.
huh?
She's got it in her hand.
A little off, isn't it?
Yeah. She's got it in her hand.
I'm a little off. What is this?
It's upside down.
Down.
What, did you turn it upside down or something?
That was Fulke in Spain, Barcelona. And there's GBF in his Spanish sport jacket. Still have that. This is 1976. Barcelona, Spain, and there'll be another piece on this reel for Atlanta, Georgia. That's the cathedral in Barcelona. View from our hotel room balcony. We had a super location right on the square. That was our balcony banister. That's part of the gate looking on to Barcelona, Spain. This is 1976, Mark Daniel. You ever been to Barcelona?
No.
There are going to be some Olympics there pretty soon.
1992.
You going to be in it?
No.
You going to be in the 1996 ones?
No.
See the Jewish stars on the stained glass windows?
Yeah.
A lot of Jewish people in Spain.
Oh.
They did a lot of design work there all through the Inquisition.
This book should be terminated.
Yeah. Why don't you throw it away?
Psych. Never
Psych.
throw it back.
Okay, give it back then.
I'll sell it.
Okay. There's Marky playing in a fountain there in Barcelona. Yeah. Looked like you. And there's a gargoyle. We took a tour through a lot of these old buildings. There's Fulke in a red suede sport jacket, some Spanish policemen in their red capes and red hats. Fulke's on the banister taking pictures, and beautiful weather we had in Barcelona that tour. Really